Hi guys, we're going to make some egg salad. I got my 6 eggs in here, got the temperature on high, and when they boil and they get done, you know, hard boiled, then we'll be back. Probably take, I don't know, about 6 minutes, and then we'll be back. Okay, I boiled my eggs for 10 minutes, and then I took them over to the sink and immediately poured off all the hot water and put cold in. And it won't take but just a minute or so, that water will become warm. So I emptied it and put more cold water in. And here's a little trick I want to teach you. This egg has a pointed side and a more rounded side. When you're cracking your eggs, you're going to start with this big rounded side, and you're just going to push it down and then only roll it one way. The little pocket, the sack pocket, is in this big side. Now my dad used to raise chickens, so I know all about this now. Little pockets down there, and that's what the membrane is. So if you can get under that membrane, you're going to have a much easier time peeling your eggs. So what I do is, after I've smashed it, you know, from just the rounded side, and just go down one side, only crack one side of your egg till you get to the point, then I turn on the cold water and I peel it under the water, and the eggs, usually, I want to say 98% of the time, they come out, they're so easy to peel. And that's such a headache. So I thought I'd share that with y'all. And, alright, I got my bowl here. Maybe I'll move back a little. And I got my eggs over here. I drained them on some paper towels, and I'll just show you how pretty they peeled. Now I only did 6, but here's 3 of them. So you don't see any dents in them or anything. They're just perfectly peeled. Alright, there's 4 of them, I'm sorry. I never was good at math. As a matter of fact, nobody in my family is. My daughter, who made the dean's list in college, she still couldn't do math. None of us are good at math. Only their father. And they didn't inherit it from him, evidently. So here's the trick here. I have another trick, and you may be familiar with it, and maybe not. We'll find out soon. Alright, let's see if I can. I'm going to have to back you up to get the paper in here. Here's egg slicer. If you take your egg and put it in there and slice it, don't take it out. Well, you're going to have to take it out. Lift it up, put it in the opposite way, and slice it again. And I didn't put it in far enough, of course. So then you have your egg just about chopped, and it was no problem. So I'm going to put it in my bowl over here. And we'll start again. Let's see if I can aim a little better. Alright, the egg goes in the normal way. Close it. Take it out. Open it up again and turn it long ways. And there you go. There's your sliced egg. Did you see the yellow on these eggs, how perfect they are? There's no green line around them. 10 minutes. When it starts to boil, you start timing. You start timing. Let me show you. Well, I messed that one up. Look how pretty that yellow is. Just beautiful. Perfectly yellow. Alright. here we go. I don't know why these are, you know what, these are extra large eggs, so they don't fit in here as well as they should. But you know, this little egg slicer was on sale at TJ Maxx. I think it was, I don't know, $2 or $3. And if you'll look closely, I don't know if you can see this or not, but on one side, right here, one of the little strings is missing. But I don't care. I mean, it doesn't matter. It's not that big a deal to me. But here we go. A little something on that one. And get it off. There we go. And if you use large instead of extra large or medium, whatever size eggs you use to do your egg salad. I told you when you bake you always use large or extra large eggs. Alright, 2 more here. At one time, I'm trying to think now back, that's been a long time ago, because my dad, he was always in sales. And then when we moved down here, and I'm thinking it was 1954, the chicken business was booming. So he didn't go into sales. He actually started raising chickens. And we had 5 chicken houses, 5 of them. Each chicken house held 10,000 chickens. So we had a lot of chickens, but he worked from daylight till dawn with those chickens. And then he finally got electric feeders, and that helped him out a lot. Electric waters, electric feeders. But then, guess what happened? You already know. The chicken business went bust. I'm trying to get you in here better. So anyway, he got back into sales. Now that I've got these eggs in there, and you can see how pretty that yellow is, I'm going to mash them up even further with a fork. Get it mashed up the way I want it. I don't want long strings of yellow or white. I want them, you know, when I bite, I don't want a string of either one of those hanging out of my sandwich. There we go. Alright. That's probably all I'm going to do right now. So anyway, you mash this up. I still see a few long ones. I guess it just depends on how particular you are. I like my egg salad to actually be crushed up. I don't like the... Actually, years ago, I'll tell you my story about eggs. I was on Atkins diet, and I stayed on that diet a long time. I was on, off, on, off. When I was on it, I was very faithful. And you know, it's high protein. I ate so many eggs that I could hardly stand to even look at one. And to this day, if I make deviled eggs, I won't eat the white. I eat the yellow out of it, and throw the white away. I just can't stand it. I just, you know, and you know, it's like when you eat something too much, you get so tired of it, you just don't think you could ever eat it again. thing happened to me with split pea soup. I was spending the night with somebody and they had split pea soup. And I ate a bowl of it and got sick. I mean, truly sick. And I've never eaten it since. Never had split pea soup since. I just can't stand the thoughts of it. Alright, now we're going to put in our mayonnaise. And I'm going to start out with just, you know, just a little, not a whole lot, because somehow it multiplies. You don't know it, but it does. I don't know. You get to a point where you've got too much. So I'm just going to put a little bit in and work with that. And I can see already that it's not quite enough. So I finished up that jar of mayonnaise, but I thought ahead this time. Just drop my lid. I'll have to wash that before I put it back on. So I'm going to take a little bit more. And this will probably do it. We'll see. I mean, you don't want it to taste like mayonnaise. The star of this show is the eggs. That's perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Alright, now we're going to spice this up a little bit. Now, when I was growing up, my mom always fixed it with black olives. I didn't have any black olives, so I'm using green. But right now, this is about a half a teaspoon of onion powder. You do not have to use any onion powder at all. And then this is ground mustard. And this is just to, it's so full it won't, I want to say that's about a quarter of a teaspoon, and that's all I'm going to put in there. And I'm going to stir this up first, because I don't want to crush my olives. I'm not going to add any salt, because the olives have plenty of salt in them. And you don't want to overload your egg salad. Alright. So now, the next thing that's going in, well, I think I'll do this first. I'm going to put a little pepper in here. That's enough. And get that stirred up, because once I get the olives in, I don't want to have to do a whole bunch of stirring, because I don't want to break them up. Alright. Now you can put a dab of mustard. Regular mustard, you know, yellow mustard. That tastes pretty darn good. Alright, here come the olives. I gotta get a fork to do this. And these are just already sliced. So I'm gonna get out as much of the, or leave behind as much of the juice as I can, although the juice is tasty. There's a lot of peppers in here. These are just pimentas. They won't hurt anything. But I wish I could get some more olives. Alright. I'm going to put just a dab of this juice in. Not much. Just a dab. And then we're going to stir this around. And the olive juice actually makes it taste better, but you have to be careful with it because it can make your, I'm going to put what's left of the olives in this jar in here, and then I can throw this jar away. It just gives it a better taste. Spruces it up a bit. Alright. That is it, fellas. Let me give it a... That was so good. Now I'm going to get my white bread. Let me show you a trick about bread. And this just reminded me of it. You know when you use part of your loaf and you have to save those little metal tires that come with the bread? Well, as soon as your bread gets, you know, about that long on the end, the actual bag that it comes in, you can do this. But what I do, this has been used a lot, I twist it, then I take the end of the bread wrapper and I pull it down over my bread, and that keeps it so fresh. And you don't have to keep up with those little tires. I hate that. So anyway, that's 2 tips. Here's our sandwich meat. Move you back a little more. Here's our egg salad. Now, you know, if you want to add other things, you're perfectly welcome to. This is, like I said, this is what of course, like I told you, you can use black olives, and that's what my mom always used. But I like the brine, the saltiness of these green olives, and plus I didn't have any black. So, here's our little sandwich. Put the top on. Give it a nice cut. And here we are. Now that, my friends, is a great egg salad sandwich. Let me get you in. Can I get you in closer? Look at that. Let me see. I'm so bad at this. I want to get closer, but there we go. Look at that sandwich. Does that not look delicious? You can put lettuce on this if you choose to, or you know, you can put real onions in it. I've always had it plain. This is the way I love it, and I hope you try this and like it. And don't forget about the a little bit of olive juice. Thank you for coming in today and spending part of your day with me. Give me a thumbs up if you like this recipe. And please subscribe if you haven't. So until next time, I'll see you again. And you take care.